I'm really sorry that you used the word dictating, because it's the absolute opposite of what we're doing. We've been invited to in Nigeria at every election since 1999, and our process is determined by international standards that the Nigeria signs up to, and we're very careful to stay very much within the boundaries of our mandate and those standards that we all understand to be held in common. And as I made the point earlier on, our recommendations are very similar to the recommendations that the CSOs made themselves through their Citizens Memorandum, 37 recommendations, plus the INEC recommendations of more than 140. So I made the point at the beginning, they are almost parallel with what Nigerians themselves are observing. So I think it's really important to make that point, to try and make sure that there isn't a sense that we are in any way dictating. We're here at the invitation. I think anecdotally, I want to remind people that in my own country, in Ireland, we have a presidential election later this month, and at a previous presidential election, there were Nigerians present to observe Irish elections. So it's an international system of mutual support, reciprocal identification of those standards. So I hope that is understood, that whatever recommendations we made are done in a spirit of constructive commitment to deepening the roots of democracy here in Nigeria. Okay, second point really is about comparing elections. We don't do that. We don't compare one election to another, or certainly not one country to another. So I'm sorry, it's outside of our mandate to do something of that nature. Are we talking to politicians? Yes, of course we are. We've spoken to, certainly I'm only here in the last 24 hours, but our expert team have been here for 3 weeks. And let me just explain how the Electoral Observation Mission in 2023 operated. It was an exploratory mission in 2022. Then we deployed a team of 11 long-term observers from January 2023. They were here all the way through to E-Day, and they stayed on till the state elections thereafter. And I was here 4 times. It was one of the largest electoral observation missions in EU history, reflecting the massively important relations between Nigeria and the European Union. So we talk very comprehensively to every element of the Nigerian democratic system, from the judiciary to political participants, security, as well, of course, as INEC. The final question, democracy is in retreat across the world, frankly, and electoral observation missions are really, really important now. So I think we have to, sometimes things go backwards and sometimes they go forwards, but we can't give up hope. Nigeria is a young country, vibrant country, an entrepreneurial country, incredibly dynamic. It is really crucial for the region. It's a bigger economy than the rest of West Africa put together. And so it's really important that the progress that has been made currently, we send a positive message about that, with the warning that failing to achieve these milestones in time for the 2027 election, it will create a very negative lack of trust in the institutions. So it's a really critical time, and I think the timing of our visit is really fortuitous from that perspective.